Frank, Moselle, Crushed Out.
Hi.
What's up,
Hello.
guys?
How you
Thanks
doing?
for coming on here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you guys just came down from New Hampshire, right?
Yep, that's where we've been living this winter. And yeah, in between the tours.
Nice. Now you
Living
guys
up there.
tour a lot.
We have been touring a lot, yes.
How long would you say you've been on the road?
We stopped paying rent in Brooklyn about 2.5 years ago, and so that entire time pretty much, because that's why we made that crazy leap. And in that time we did 2 5-month tours and a 6-month tour, and probably a few short ones in between some of those in 2.5 years.
That's awesome. So this is like across the country in a van, like what we think of when we think of like 2 people touring.
Yeah, fully like gypsies.
Yeah.
Just us.
Just me and her.
Yeah.
Just you guys on the road.
Yep.
Cool. So you would say you got your start in Brooklyn, like as a band, and like,
Oh yeah,
what is that
absolutely.
like? Well, how does Brooklyn influence you, or like?
Oh well,
what does
I
it mean
mean,
to you?
I came here just as like a kid with a, you know, the young folk kid kind of thing. I call it Dylanitis now. Every kid comes here with guitar and harmonicas and, you know, sings Dylan songs. But you know, that's I came here with that, like just to have some crazy life experience as a songwriter and just see New York. And I met, just in the first 2 years, I met so many people, so many amazing artists that just influenced me so greatly and made so many friends, like, I mean, from the whole sidewalk scene and like Farrell's Roots and Ruckus scene, just like so many unbelievable artists. I mean, I could name like 30 of them. And through that, through some of those years, I met Moselle in an apartment that we were living in the same apartment building.
Nice.
And we found that we could play together, and we immediately gravitated towards like the dance era of rock and roll, like Little Richard and Bo Diddley and anything that's just because we were just drums and guitar, so we wanted to play like joyous dance music just because it was that's what called out to us. And through loft parties in Brooklyn where friends would say, "Hey, I hear you and Moselle are playing together. Why don't you like open the show at this loft party?" And
One
we're
of
just
which
like,
was a
wow.
Paper Swan show.
Yeah.
One of which was a Paper Swan show. And we played at like 1:30 a.m. and it was so fun.
Just from like knowing you guys a little bit, I know Moselle, like you just picked up drums, like.
Frank's dad's like an old school 60s rock and roller.
Cool.
And we were vacationing with him, and we just kind of like decided to fool around.
Yeah.
And actually that night, because we were just jamming such simple stuff, I think I was just doing like a really simple beat to like a Little Richard song. That same night, I tried to play the drums. I played a show with Frank.
Yeah, she played a song with me on stage the first.
Simple.
Really honest to God, the first day she ever sat at a drum kit, she performed a song with me that night.
That's
I
awesome.
It was like, that is an exact like analogy for our band. Like we've just gotten going, just like sprinting right out of the gate.
It's awesome. Like the sound has that too. There's like a sort of immediacy to it.
Yeah. I
yeah.
would definitely agree, yeah.
Yeah, so where can we find out more about you guys? Are you online? Where should we go to find out about Crushed Out?
The easiest place is probably our website, www.crushedOutmusic.com.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
We're on the internet.
That's great. And we can
And,
Google you too. You're probably on all the platforms.
Yeah, I think we're
all the
Googleable.
things. Nice.
Is that a word?
Instagram.
Tumblr, Twitter.
Since we have you guys sitting down and your stuff is set up, do you mind playing a few songs for us?
Well, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
So yeah, Crushed Out will be playing a few songs a little later, but right now, Travis, what's going on?